everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another book review. I just recently read The Spontaneous Fulfillment of Desire. This is written by Deepak Chopra. And this book, my Lord God, this is probably one of the deepest books I've ever read. And I've read almost every one of Mr. Chopra's books. And I'd better get involved with Chopra.com because I really want to. I want to be a catalyst for change in the world because I see myself as a light. I know this is a little bit bold, but I see myself as a lighthouse on a hill, guiding the ships gently into harbor, into safe harbor, and making sure that those ships, whoever the ships might be, that they are able to reach their goal, whatever that goal might possibly fulfill in the near future. I like this poem that he has at the beginning from Hildegard of Bingen. It says, I, the fiery light of divine wisdom, I ignite the beauty of the plains. I sparkle the waters. I burn the sun and the moon and the stars. With the wisdom I order all rightly. I adorn the earth. I am the breeze that nurtures all things green. I am the rain coming from the dew that causes grasses to laugh with the joy of life. I call forth tears, the aroma of holy work. I am the yearning for good. That's beautiful. I think that, I believe the same thing. In the introduction, he talks about how miracles happen every day and how coincidences are coincidences. And he says you just have to pay attention to the vibration because it's just the universe giving you a little heads up saying, hey, you are co-creator with me. We're in this together. You're not alone. He talks about the non-local domain, the physical domain, the quantum domain. It gets extremely heady. And I love it when he talks about the quantum domain because that's where I like to operate. I don't understand it completely, but I love quantum physics and quantum mechanics. He talks about the virtual domain. It's a very small book, but it's extremely rife with wisdom and a lot of mantras like Hamsa and I forget the other ones that he has in here. They're all very meaningful and peaceful. The one that we all know is Namaste, is I see the divine within you, or I see myself in you, is actually the true translation of Namaste. Tat Vam Asi is another one. That's the sutra. That's duality. Duality is interesting because the universe itself is duality, dark and light, and good and evil. But there really is. That's just a definition because there really is no good nor evil. Here's another one. Sachit Ananda. Sachit Ananda. Sankalpa. My intentions have infinite organizing power. I always have loved one of my favorite, other than Hamsa and Om. Those are two favorites of mine that are good for cleansing and just centering and finding just a calm place. Another favorite of mine is Om Nitam Rama. I actually had a shirt that had that on it. I had to give it away, sadly, but I got so many comments. People didn't understand. It's like, what's that? And I said, I dance with the rhythm of the cosmos, Om Nitam Rama. And I always felt like I was dancing with the rhythm of the cosmos. Yes, this talks about dealing with pain. It's yeah. He covers everything here and how you can breathe your intentions into light. Intentions are just seeds that can become reality. And Ritam, that's another mantra. That's rhythm, Ritam. I only know a little bit of Hindi. I don't know enough to make myself dangerous. He cites everything, and of course he plugs his foundation, but it's not done in a look at me way. It's more humble. And I love what he says, and I'm aboard. I'm gonna hop aboard. I'm riding the train with him. That's why I want to go to this site fairly soon. It says the Chopra Foundation, a nonprofit institution, has partnered with leaders throughout the world to create an alliance for the new humanity, quote unquote, based on the principles you have learned in this book. This alliance includes Nobel laureates, economists, you can speak English well, alchemist, and other luminaries. I love the word luminary. And it has its goal, quote, the awakening of the neural networks of the planetary mind to create a critical mass of peace consciousness, end quote. Peace consciousness is not anti-war activism, but the basis for manifesting the world we all want for ourselves and for future generations. If you would like to join existing, quote, peace cells, end quote, or create peace cells of your own, please go to our website, www.chopra.com, and through it, visit the website for Alliance. We sincerely hope you join us. Well, I do. I hope so too. And one thing he talks about here that I really want to get into at some point in time, that I've been fascinated with this ever since I realized that it was based on a real person, is Hermeticism. It's a mystical philosophy that deals with magic, alchemy, and other manifestations. I mean, yeah, my name's Alchemist too. You darn well know I'm going to be into that. I can't find any books about Hermeticism, and it's driving me crazy. And it talks about the insights of Hermeticism, and I'm going to talk about them really fast. The first insight is everything is a manifestation of spirit. The second insight, that spirit becomes manifest. It does so in such a way that the whole is contained in every part. The third insight states that everything is vibration, and actually Tesla spoke of that. The consciousness consists of vibrations and various frequencies. I got rhodism. Frequencies resulting in the forms and phenomena of the universe. Fourth insight is that change is the only constant. Everything is impermanent, save for eternity. The fifth insight is that everything, whether it is an experience or attitude or object, contains its opposite. The seventh insight states that every event has infinite causes that lead to an infinity of effects. That's causality. And that's, he talks about synchrodestiny. That's synchronicity and destiny is synchrodestiny. And I always thought of that as cosmic nudges, or being a co-creator. And I think of that, there's another word for it. I'm thinking, well, synchrodestiny is a good word. The eighth insight posits that the creative energy of the universe is also reflected as sexual energy. Hoo boy, yeah, that one I got down pat. The ninth insight says that we can, well, I do it with myself. I'm waiting for that partner to come into my life, and yeah, he's not going to be bored. Faux show. Anyways, the ninth insight says that we can direct primal energy through the power of attention and intention. Attention and intention. That is a very key phrase, attention and intention. The 10th insight states that we can achieve harmony through those forces and elements in the cosmos that we call masculine and feminine. I think this is a very interesting principle as well, because I believe he talks about archetypes and just how they've been passed down from many generations through our mythologies and creation stories, etc. The 11th insight posits that the inner nature of every being, no matter how evil it may seem to be, is love. Oh my God, I feel that. I really do. I think that everybody can be reformed, that some just decide not to go down that path. They just want to continue down the dark path. We have to have that balance. Those are all the... These are all found in Hermes Trismegistus and in the Vedanta. There's a story he talks about. It's interesting. I really want to meet Mr. Chopra. I feel like he's a kindred soul. I feel like we would have a lot to speak about, and just being philosophers. He seems like such a cool guy. And I remember in Little Fockers, which I absolutely hated, but he was in it, and he acted like a total douchebag in that movie. But I know when I saw that, I'm like, Deepak is not a douchebag. It was just kind of making fun. I was making fun of what a lot of people think of people who are involved in that whole New Age philosophy thinking, metaphysics. It's not true because a lot of us, like Deepak, we're out to change the world through thought and then enacting upon that, because thought is active. A lot of people don't realize thoughts are powerful. Words are very powerful, and even dreams. Even Edgar Cayce, one of my favorite people, the Sleeping Prophet, he said that dreams are seeds of reality. And I thought, oh my God, it gives me pause thinking we have that much power. We have to be very careful with our thought lives and our words. And I realized that there's a lot of unrest in the world. I don't know what it was about today, and I don't usually get anxious, but I feel kind of anxious today. But I think I'm going to be fine. But that's about all I have to say about spontaneous fulfillment of desire. So I shall see you all next time. Live long and prosper. Ciao, tutti.